minutes until showtime.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah, right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with ZeldaSpeaks. Tuesdays, Self-Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned. Whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah, right.
Grand Rising. And thank you so much for joining us here today on The Female Solution. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. I'm your host, ZeldaSpeaks. It has been a worldwide weathering weekend. It has been hot, has it not? It has been blistering. And I have enjoyed every single moment of it. All I do is sweat and wipe and drink some tea. Well, some cold tea, not hot tea like I'm drinking this morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. We're just here to start your week off with the mindfulness stress relief session. Coming up at 7:15 this morning. Happy Earth Day, birthday, born day. If you're celebrating a birthday, a lot of birthday celebrations this month. And happy Earth Day, birthday, born day to all my fellow Leos. Annie Penn Robinson. There's a whole bunch of them. I can't think of all of them. All the Leo loves. All my Leo buddies from Glenwood, from the roller rink, from the Friday Night Rollers. Thank you very much for all the love that you shared, and all my Kim folks and everybody else. And my bid, we played bid whist in this hot, sweltering weather yesterday in the park, and it was just fabulous. I can never play cards long enough. I can play cards 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Round the clock, I've done it. Anyway, condolences to you and yours if you are not celebrating a birthday, but a funeral. I had 2 this weekend, and I only made it to 1. My cousin Jimmy made his transition. Condolences to the Hayes and the Frierson family. We were up in Long Grove, Illinois this Saturday, so I couldn't make it to Casper's, but I sent love. So, you can only be at one place at one time. Even though they got clones, so we could, but the clones walking around, they won't look like us. Anyway, I digress. Our show's topic today, Neighborhood Community Festival. The the Greater Galilee Church, 1309 South Independence, is having an event, and we're honored to be a part of that. Burnett Jackson will be joining us at 8:30 this morning to talk about it. If you're listening online, you can send your questions to us and in the comment area, and you can do that on our social media channel on the Higher Learning TV show, Facebook and YouTube. And if you are headed out and about today, do know that it is going to be a weather alert. So it is going to be hot. That's all you need to know. And traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. That's ITEX. If you are a business owner or an entrepreneur and you have products or services that you have available to the general public, you can join ITEX and get $100 off immediately to go shopping. Yeah, to go shopping. You see that up there in the corner, itex.com. Why pay cash when you can pay barter dollars? Makes sense to me. Anyway, if you go to the website and type in promo code ZELDA, ZELDA. Thank you, Rich Piggy. And you will be able to get $100 and go shopping. We bought a car, van, went shopping, went all kinds of shopping. So it's like, why are you throwing your money away when you could be using barter dollars? Anyway, as we take a look at the weather, heat wave alert this week, mental health issues too. If you have them, it causes depression if you're inside all the time and you can't get out. So do some wellness checks on some of the people. If you're cooped up inside, you have anxiety and mood swings, and sometimes you might need to have somebody check on you, or you check on someone. How about that? But if we are going out today, it is very muggy. Hydrate, drink water throughout the day. Don't wait till one time of the day. Drink water throughout the day. It is on Metro, no reported delays. There is a reported delay. Train number 100 per review is being delayed. for some mechanical issues. And on the CTA and pace, everything's running on time. Unbelievable. Only in Chicago, right? As we take a look at the Kennedy, that's another story. Inbound on the Kennedy, almost an hour there, 30 minutes on the reverse. On the Eaton's inbound, 25:19 on the reverse. On the Eisenhower, 45 minutes inbound. There is a delay due to a crash at Independence Boulevard, 29 minutes on the reverse. On the inbound on the Stevenson, your usual delays, 32 minutes in, 28 out. On the Dan Ryan, it is slow as usual, 35th on in. It's very heavy there. 30 minutes inbound, 21 on the outbound. On the Bishop Ford, expect delays from the Dan Ryan. That's 19 in and 13 out. And Lakeshore Drive, DuSable Point Lakeshore Drive is 12 minutes in and 9 minutes out. And that's your traffic and weather, sponsored by Karen Kelly of iTex.com. And remember that promo code ZELDA so that you can get that $100 to go shopping immediately. Because you want to go shopping. So whatever it is that you need. And if you know of someone who pretty much like many of us in America, actually all over the world, if you eat a little bit too much, chances are you may have eaten something that you really didn't need. And you may or may not have diabetes at this point, but go to diabeticdonut.com and you will have the free download on how to get your free download of how I reverse type 2 diabetes. Now, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And while you're there on the internet, be sure and check out the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web. And it's now time for your Monday morning mindfulness word of the day, which is taken from Brother Percy. Sent me a very long one. He says, "Good morning, midday, and evening, saints, my brothers and sisters. If it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. I woke up and got up praying with courage to serve my God. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. The righteous are bold as a lion." Proverbs 28:1. As an adamant harder than flint have I made my forehead, fear not. Keep your faith. Believe in the Lord God, so shall be established by his prophets. God bless you and your family real good. Love. Thank you, Brother Percy. Thank you so very much. Amen, amen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for that word of the day. Always good to start the day out with the word. And it is the word that will keep you in times of chaos and confusion. Because, baby, people will drive you crazy. Do you hear what I said? Mm-hmm. People be all up in your business. Don't even know the color of the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I said it. It is 8:21 and we're having some fun. All right, y'all remember that. All righty now. Okay, it is time for your Monday morning mindfulness meditation, and you know what that means. Oh, it is time to give thanks for the Maker, to the Maker. Whatever you choose to call that Maker, you can choose to call it, she. You can be agnostic. I don't care what you call it. As long as you take the time to give thanks to that which is responsible for you being here. What you call it? It's quite all right with me. So, let us begin the process by giving thanks to the Creator by simply breathing in and breathing out through the nose. And when you breathe, feel your chest expand. You want to feel your body go like this. And if you don't feel your body going like this, chances are you're not taking a deep breath. I mean, you don't have to move like that, but you want to feel. That's what the experience of the breathing of the meditation is all about. You have to feel it in order to experience it. And if you're not feeling it, you're not going to experience it. It's just that simple. So let us begin the process. And from time to time, you'll hear a noise, and that noise is this. And that noise is simply to remind you to focus on the breath, because your mind has a tendency to wander. That's just what the mind does, and you can't control it, but until you learn how to master it with your breath. Okay, so let us begin the process by simply opening up our hearts, our minds, and our physical arms as we move them from side to side and just stretch. Oh yeah, Lord. Oh, that feels good. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that feels so good. Are you stretching with me? Now be looking at me. Stretch. Come on. There you go. Raise them in the head. Raise your hands in the air just like you do carry. Yeah. And turn from side to side. Get that body a little motion this morning. Yeah. The organs on the inside need to be, you awoke. The organs on the inside need to wake it too, right? Oh yeah. Give it a little love this morning. Then take another deep breath. And turn around to the other side. You got a high back chair like I do. Then you can grab it and squeeze those internal organs and show them a little love. They might need a little help this morning. Who knows? But just show them some love. Then let them know that you're awake too, so they can wake up and do what they need to do. We're talking about the heart, liver, lung, spleen, spine, pancreas, kidney, the digestive system, the elimination system, the assimilation, digestion, and elimination system. Because some of y'all constipate. Anyway, y'all need to go get you some Nopalina. Nopalina. You can get it at Pete's Market, Cermak Foods, anywhere, and take a tablespoon a day. Just put it in some juice or so. I use water. Eliminate all the sugar from the juice, because juices are just nothing but sugar. And just drink it every day and watch your increase. Okay, let us continue to breathe in. Hold it and blow it out through your mouth. Ooh, that one breath felt good. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply. Hold it and breathe out. Blow it out through the nose, through the mouth. One more. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. When you breathe out, feel free to release the tension from your body. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. Whoa. As we continue breathing in and breathing out, we give thanks for the power of the breath, because it is the breath that will sustain us in times of calm and in times of chaos and confusion. As we breathe in, we give thanks for the power of the lungs to inhale the oxygen that we need to keep this body moving effortlessly. As we breathe in, hold it, and as we blow it out through our mouth, we give thanks. As we rotate from side to side doing the higher learning hip roll, because like the 88-year-old lady in the gym told me, baby, a body in motion stays in motion. If you get to the age of seniorhood, which I'm honored to be a member of, and you are able to walk on your own or move on your own, if you are unable to walk, you got to get some movement in. I don't care what kind of movement it is, you just got to get some movement. I saw some movement yesterday on TV. They were advertising something for your feet to go up and down like that, and you got to pay for that. I was like, okay, well, if you really need that, yeah, because you could just sit in front of the TV and just move your legs up and down, because, we sitting in front of the TV all day, or reading, or at a computer, or just sitting all day, and you just want to move. Just move those legs, and that's all I ask you to do, is simply breathe and move, but exhale before you do. Do I sound like a man this morning? I sure do. That's just the morning voice. As we breathe in, let us breathe in. Hold it. And exhale, breathe out. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Now let's take all of that energy of that breath and bring it up to the top of the head, the top of the chakras, and down through the forehead and the face and the chin and the shoulders as we breathe in and breathe out. Continue breathing in and breathing out and moving those shoulders backwards and forwards. Doesn't have to be fast. Just move them and keep breathing as we breathe in. We give thanks as we continue to bring the energy down throughout the breath, through the shoulders and the arms as we stretch them and give thanks, and we move them as we give thanks for the power of the breath as we breathe in. Bringing the energy force, the life force of the breath down through the chest and the solar plexus and the sides and the back and the buttock as we continue doing the higher learning hip roll. We give thanks as we breathe in, sending more love, light, and energy from the breath down through the thighs and the knees. Oh, yes, those glorious knees. Rub on those knees. Give them, anytime your knees talking to you, baby, give them some love. Just rub on them. Talk to them and ask them, what is it that you need me to do today? You need me to stretch a little bit more? I guess I'll stretch a little bit more. You need to rub a little oil on them a little bit more, rub a little bit on them. Whatever you need to do to your body parts, talk to them, baby, because they love you and they're waiting on you for some attention from you. That's why they're talking to you as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, giving thanks for the power that is going down through our body and our legs. As we give thanks for the power of those legs and the ankles and the arches and the instep and the top and the bottom of the feet as we breathe in. Sending more love, light, and energy down through the toes as we wiggle those toes, giving thanks for flexibility that we can move those toes. Some people somewhere can't move those toes. So give thanks as we breathe in. Giving thanks for the power of the energy as it moves through our body, as it moves through our feet and our heels, back up through the ankles and the arches and the insteps as we breathe in. Bringing more love, light, and energy back up through the legs and the knees and the hips and the thighs. As we continue the higher learning hip roll this morning, we give thanks for a body that is functioning all on its own. Doesn't even need a reminder to breathe or to move. We just do what we came here to do, and that is to breathe in, inhale deeply, hold it, and blow it out. Inhale deeply, hold it, and blow it out. Once more, inhale deeply, bringing the energy of the breath back up through the solar plexus and the arms as we stretch and stretch and stretch, giving thanks for the power of the breath as we take these two fingers and this thumb, grab the back of your neck and just squeeze the back of the neck, the vagus nerve. Squeeze it, sending love, light, and energy all up through the back of that neck as it runs down our spine, sending love, light, and electrical love and electrical energy back through. And you can still take all of these fingers and just massage the back. That's where I hold all my tension and my shoulders. So massage them, give them some love. Yeah, they wait on them. Shoulders need a little love too. That's why we breathe in. Hold it, massage, and breathe out. That's right. Breathe in. Hold it and massage with these fingers. So this is what you're doing on the back of your back of your neck. Just touching the pressure points. Just giving them a little love. You're just radiating love all through your body. That's all we're doing. Just radiating love. And your body will thank you for it. And you can even rub it too. Rub it, dub. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, that feels good. As we breathe in. And as we breathe out. Now that we have brought all the energy of the breath back up to the top of the head. We give thanks that we are always at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And that is what? Simply breathing in and breathing out. Let's take one long, last, deep inhale deeply. Hold it. And look to the left as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch in the right side of the neck. Ooh, hold it. Does that feel good? I certainly hope so, because it sure feels good over here. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your head back forward. Blow it out. Inhale deeply. And look to your right as far as you possibly can. Why are you looking at me when you should be looking to the right? Okay. And blow it out. And bring that head back. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And blow it out. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And blow it out. Giving thanks for the power of the breath. As you move, think, and have your being throughout the day, you give thanks that you are always at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Because it is the breath that will keep you in times of chaos and confusion. It is the breath that will keep you calm in the chaos and confusion. This is why we practice breathing. And when you hear this sound, it is simply a reminder for you to breathe. Take a long, deep breath. Let's do it together. Inhale together. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Once more. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Excuse me. And exhale. And the last long, deep inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. You see, this is something that you can do when somebody knocks on your door, throws you off your square, if you're on the phone, screams at you, or walks into you, bumps into you, whatever the incidents may be to knock you out of balance. See, breathing is all about balance. It's a body, mind, spirit experience. And when you allow negative energy to come into your experience, it throws you off balance. That's why we have to be very careful, very mindful of the company that we keep, because we allow people to transfer their energy to us. And if they're irate, we become irate. But no, that's not the way to handle the situation to protect your heart space, your energy, your divine essence. You cannot buy into their drama. You have to stop and just do this. And they gonna look at you like you done lost your mind, but that's okay, because you are breathing to protect yourself and your sanity. You see, your breath is the first line of defense. Our belated beloved Dr. Maya Angelou says, before you face the day, face God, face the spirit, whatever you call it, that is within you, giving honor to nature. That's why I say you gotta get out in nature, because that's where the energy of the earth is to protect you. We're inside in a box all day. You go from your bedroom, a box, to the bathroom, to a box. You go to the shower, and you come back to the bedroom, and then you go outside, and you probably get in a car or on a bus in another box, and you go to work or school in another box, and you come home on a box, and you come home to a box. Well, all that boxing is it needs a little nature. It needs a little balance in it. So that's why we ask you to take the time and get out in nature. And I want to thank you for having this experience with me, because you have just activated a gene in you that you know nothing about. You may or may not, but some of you may not know. It's called the happiness gene. So you're wondering why you're walking around with a smile on your face all day. Because through your breathing, you just told every cell in your body, it's all good, baby. We're going to have a good day. I don't care what's going on out there, but in here, oh, we happy. So you've activated that happiness gene, you see, because the heart is stronger when it comes to things of this nature. You think the brain runs in it. Yeah, it does, but the heart, it tells the body, the rest of the body. Because if you're full of anxiety, doesn't the heart beat real fast and get all nervous and jittery? I rest my case. So I hope you enjoyed our Monday morning mindfulness meditation experience, and that you will share it with someone. Because number one, sharing is caring. And the longer you breathe, the longer it takes you to inhale and exhale. The more your chest fills up, the more you will have an experience of being calm. Because short breath, you're in the fight or flight syndrome. When you take long, deep breaths, it makes a difference in the quality of your life. So if you want something different, you got to do something outrageous, and that is start breathing. Because you're going to get some funny looks. People look at you like you're crazy, but that's okay. People look at you like you're crazy anyway. So you want to continue to breathe in and breathe out so that you can relax the system. So thank you so very much for sharing that with me this morning. It is your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. Be sure and share this link with somebody, as I am about to share with you information from the contest that's coming up this weekend. Well, what are you talking about, Zelda? I'm talking about the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. It happens every last Saturday of the month. Now, it is the same time that this festival is going on, but we will be reporting, so you can expect to see that. And it is time for our Monday morning mindfulness first commercial break. And when we come back, we will be joined by my sister of the microphone, and that will be Naima Latif. And we are expecting to hear from her shortly. But first, let me share with you information about the Teen Talent Contest. Okay?
Attention all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comments. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving over the loss of your loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Having a culture world peace restoration of life transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin Soo Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dr. CJ of Bologna Health, where we combine orthopedic manual therapy and neuroscience to treat the whole person. Health tip for the day is keep it moving. Doesn't matter how, just keep it moving doing something you enjoy. Walking, dancing, rolling on the floor with your dogs or kids, really anything. The body craves movement to keep its bones, joints, and muscles happy. Even our mental health and internal organs and digestive system rely on our movement. Thanks for being a part of the Higher Learning Network, the Female Solution.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with ZeldaSpeaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, the Female Solution. Monday, 7:30 to 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. Thanks for listening. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining me back here on The Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. It is that time of the year, and you know I am always talking about the homeless. Well, today I have discovered there is an organization, the Greater Galilee Baptist Church at 308 South Independence Avenue is having a festival this weekend, a neighborhood festival to help the homeless. And I am being joined at 8 o'clock by Bernetta Jackson. But in the meantime, I'm trying to connect our executive producer, Naima Latif. It's showing up here, but it says device is not connected. So, sweetie, you're going to have to call back in because this is your mic and she's calling back. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you before she comes on if you go to our website, higherlearningnetwork.org, and go to the upper right-hand corner, you will see the icons for Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And thank you for those who are watching on all these channels. Thank you so very much. LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Podbean. Thank our Podbean listeners. We have a new audience, so thank you and welcome to the Female Solution. But right now, I just want you to take a look at our page, the Instagram.com, and it's entitled hln.homeless.project. And this project came as how can I say this? It came as a result of my little brother being homeless, Douglas Robinson, who was murdered in Tent City in 2019, February of 2019. And when all of these residents, I call them, from Tent City, because they showed up and they cared enough about him, it just really touched my heart. And I was talking to them afterwards, and they were just telling me that the struggles that they were having. Grand Rising, Baba Kwame, it's good to hear you too. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I'm sure you will be calling to comment, because this is the subject that is not only near and dear to my heart, but the elders as well. So thank you, Baba Kwame. I know you're on the switchboard. Whenever you are ready to tune in, you are always welcome. It is imperative that, yes, we are our brothers and our sisters keepers. So that is why I do what I do, because this was placed on my heart to do. So this is what I do. And I don't care what anybody says, well, you could do this and you could do that. No, I'm doing what I have been instructed to do. And this is what my heart tells me to do. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm going to pull up the page so you can see just a little bit. Oh, and thank you so very much for all of your donations that you are sending in. And we don't always have to feed them gourmet dinners. They just need water, like today and tomorrow and all this. They just need water. Because you heard me read the report this morning, the traffic weather report, 90 today, 91 tomorrow, 97 Wednesday, 99 Thursday. Those are falling out weather reports, degrees of temperature. And Saturday back in the 70s, but in the meantime, just need water. We were coming home last night from DuSable Museum where I played Big Whistle all day. We keep water in the car. And we saw a brother laying out on the street. Just gave him some water. He was so grateful. So you don't have to have a lot of money. You can send $1. You know, we prefer the kind that folds and not the kind that jingles, but you can Zelle us, you can Cash App us, you can all that stuff. And let me find that and put that up here for you, because, you know, we have, to some degree, we have lost our humanity where we forget that we are in a season that is not very friendly, environmental friendly to us, because we have neglected Mother Nature, and Mother Nature is fighting back. And when she fights back, we're in trouble. You saw what just happened in Maui. You see what's going on in Arkansas, Alabama, anywhere. It doesn't matter where it is. You see that chaos and confusion is everywhere on the planet. And it is our responsibility. We can't wait on the government, because you see what they're doing. Okay, so it is our responsibility. So if you would take the time to send in a donation for water, we're asking for water. Do you hear me? H2O. You can get a case of water for $5 at Aldi's, even though they charge $2 for tax. Anywho, I just wanted to share that with you. So keep some water in your car. If you can't get to Tent City or a homeless shelter, keep some water with some ice in it in the back of your car. If you can't get any ice, just keep the water, because water will keep you and nothing else will. So thank you so very much for our donation from last week, to Move Around with Deborah. And Deborah bought water, and she don't know it, but they will be buying hamburgers and French fries, because I asked them what they want, and that's what they want. So it took them salad last time. They're like, we need some meat. I was like, okay, we'll get you what you want. Well, thank you so much for Deborah, Moving Around with Deborah, which airs every third Saturday of the month from 12 noon until 2 p.m. So if you would like to send a donations, tax-deductible donations are available at higherlearningnetwork.org. But if you have Cash App, you can send it to, the $ ZeldaSpeaks 2, Venmo. We have an account with Higher Learning Network, NFP. And for Zelle, it's ZeldaSpeaks@gmail.com. You have to email me, because I can't remember the Zelle for NFP. I got to open it. Anyway, PayPal, go to Higher Learning Network at yahoo.com. That's the email address to use. So if you want to send in donations for water, hamburgers and fries, anything that you feel that you can offer, please do so. And also, coming up this weekend, this is the location that it's going to be. But first, let me pull up one of the videos so that you can see. I'm going to play a couple of them for you, and this is from last week. Do I have the mute button on? I think I do. Where is it at? Yep, I'm sorry, I forgot the mute button. Sorry. Some water. So, not everyone has that available to them. So consider yourself blessed, and say a prayer for those in need this morning, because you are one of the ones who have access to internet, have water, a bathroom, and all that good stuff. So not everybody has that. So take today some time to be thankful, give thanks that you can be a blessing to somebody, because it sure feels good. Hope you share this message. For sharing is caring. And tax-deductible donations via higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. And that was just me sharing. Here's another one where we actually had a delivery. As I'm leaving Tent City here, and I'm passing by the others, and I noticed this. This is a new interest. This is nice. All right. Hey. I left some food and some water down there, so please go get some. As I'm leaving Tent City here, and I'm passing by the others. That was just interesting. I wanted you to see that. Is this the Grand Rising? Happy Saturday. I'm on my way to Tent City to get... No, I was trying to show the one where we gave the food out. And there you go. We're live here at Tent City on Des Plaines Avenue between Taylor and Roosevelt Road, and this is what your money is purchasing. Come on, y'all, get the goodies. You got some fruit, got some snacks, got some water. Get as much as you want. Don't stop there. Got some some snacks there, some snacks there. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'll move the camera around. So if you want to make a donation, this is Tent City right here by the Dan Ryan Expressway. And as you can see, there's the sign. So if you want to donate, please feel free to do tax-deductible donations at higherlearningnetwork.org. And today's snacks was supplied by EAAChicago.org. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Keep them coming. Make a great day. We're live here. Okay, so you can go there and see all the other videos. You simply go to Instagram.com/HLN.homeless.project. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. How about that? But right about now, let me bring on the executive producer of the Female Solution, and that would be our very own Naima Latif. Take it away, my sister. Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Well, you do some fantastic work out there with the homeless, and it really does make a difference in people's lives. I mean, you mentioned some things like not having basics like water or being able to go to the bathroom. You don't really know what that's like until you've been in that situation, and people are treating you badly because you don't smell nice, you don't look nice, you haven't had a chance to bathe because you don't have a home.
And it's funny. It's funny you should say that. I just got to say this. Excuse me for interrupting you, because the guy that I gave the water to, the first guy that came up and gave water to, he was so grateful. He went to give me a hug, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
When was the last time he had it? He smelled so bad. I was like, "Baby, you can get as much water as you want, because you can take some of that water."
Take some, pour it on you.
And pour it on you, because he was smelling really. And I didn't want him to feel bad because I thought he smelled bad. But so I just went ahead and hugged him and kind of held my head down. And I was like, "Ooh, Lord Hammer, you testing me, you testing me, you testing me." So I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. How would we smell if we hadn't bathed in 30 days? You know?
Thank you.
Because a lot of places won't let you come in to the bathroom. Well, if you're homeless, and they won't even let you in to use the bathroom.
No.
So where do you do? Where do you go? And
you don't.
So how many days before you even just? I mean, if it doesn't rain, you don't touch water. So how are you going to smell? And people don't think about that. They don't think about what it means when you can't just take care of your hygiene, how humiliating that is. And then people treat you like you're disgusting. How would that affect your self-esteem over time?
That's why you see a lot of people with their head, of homeless people, they always have their head down. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Yeah.
A lot of them have their heads down.
You kind of feel ashamed. You're hoping people help, but then you also are trying to protect yourself from insults. You know, people saying nasty things. Why don't you just get a job?
Right.
Like drug addict, you know. So people say
you need an address to get a job, and if you homeless, they don't want to hear they don't want to hear that. They want an address.
Right. Where do you live? Oh, you don't have to say, oh, well, you know, come back when you get a place to stay and have proper ID, you know. Well, you can't get an ID if you don't have an address. So it becomes an ongoing cycle that just there's no way to end it, because the little things that you need to just give yourself some human dignity, you don't have.
Nope.
And then people treat you like you're worthless because you don't have those things.
Right.
What about a bank account? You know, well, you gotta have an address. So it's just so many things that fall apart when your place to stay falls apart. And what if you don't have the kind of friends who would let you sleep on their couch and use their address to get your mail? And what if you don't have friends who are compassionate like that? You just out there. You can be out there for years.
Right.
So all of us have seen people who are living on the street. And, probably we've judged them. Oh, they probably got a drug problem, probably a crackhead. Oh, let me cross the street. All this. What if you had to depend on the benevolence and kindness and compassion of strangers? For every bite you ate, you had to depend on some to see you for who you really are and have mercy on you. What if you had to depend on that for your survival? Very humbling experience. And if you've ever been in that experience, you probably have a whole lot more compassion for people than those who have never suffered. And those who've always had things come easy to you, you probably have a whole lot more compassion. Matter of fact, I remember last year, I saw this video on Facebook where they did this experiment. This little boy was out in the cold. It was cold. He didn't have a coat. He's out there shivering, and it was cold out there. And people just walked past, looked at him, kept walking, walked past, looked at him, kept walking. It was this homeless guy who came and gave him his coat.
Wow. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. The homeless have a tendency, because I look at a lot of YouTube videos and I see a lot of them where a lot of people will walk past a person and with their hand out or with a cup or something, they walk right past them like they don't even see. And then a homeless person who has nothing will walk up and give them whatever's in their cup. 50 cents, $1, $2, a cup of coffee, anything. So how can the homeless, the unhoused, how can they have more humanity than so-called people working with a job? Can somebody please explain that to me?
That's a good question. But when you have been through something, then you can empathize.
Yes.
And when you haven't been through anything, you can't empathize. All you can do is condemn and judge.
Yeah. Didn't think about that. Yeah.
It is. And we have learned in this society, and in most societies, we've learned to look with scorn at people who don't have things.
Right.
To look at scorn at people who don't have money, and to treat them with less respect, as if they don't deserve the same respect as someone who has money. I mean, we see it all the time. Look at how we worship celebrities who have money and get out of limousines, and how we just give them such deference and
Tyler Perry did it. Tyler Perry wrote a story about it. Wouldn't it call the have and the have nots?
Yeah, the have and the have. That's what it is. And we don't even think about how cruel that is to be mean to somebody because they don't have as much money as we have.
Because we've been dumbed down. We've been dumbed down. Pay them no man. Those are the other people.
Yeah.
You know what I see this society is getting to now? Remember the movie with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner, Mad Max from Thunderdome?
Oh yeah, that was
where people were they were scraping by upstairs, and then the
Bible. It was horrible.
And that's what I see coming in this direction. I really do see that.
Well, we have a choice. We can either go in that direction because that's the worst, or we can create the heaven on earth that earth can be if we would just, what do we always say? Share.
Thank you.
We keep thinking, well, if the government would do this. Look, we are the government.
If
you have organizations that circulating money every week, which is what our churches do, we have the resources. That's why I'm so glad about today's show and show a church that is doing what churches are supposed to do, which is to reach out to the people. I mean, that's what the whole thing is about. What is it based on? It's based on a teaching of love and compassion. What good is it if we don't put it in action?
Right. We just have it.
Yeah, just have it. Get up and preach about it every day, but then you walk right past the homeless person, right outside the door and looking at him. You need to be in church. Yeah, but if he came and you wouldn't let him in because he smells bad.
Right. So what kind of craziness is that? It's like, okay, you really would. You said come as you are.
Right.
This is what I have. I have
am.
nothing, so I'm coming to you for help.
Haven't bathed in 7 days.
Right.
They kicked me out the restaurant. I tried to sneak in just to, throw some water on my arms. So look, I'm coming as I am. So,
and then the ushers looking at you crazy because you smell funny.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You're in a catch-22 situation. What you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? And a lot of times we think, well, how's a person doesn't have family or friends that help them? What did they do wrong in life? Sometimes you didn't do anything. What happens if
dad
you
left?
I mean,
what crazy? Who knows? They could be homely too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, not crazy. Mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged, mentally ill. You know, what happens if you are born parents who are mentally challenged, parents who are struggling themselves? They don't have the means to take care of themselves. What happens? You were born to that teen mother whose parents kicked her out the house, and so she been struggling and homeless and everything for years. And you know, what do you do if the people who are connected to you by blood all have some various dysfunction? They can't help you because they can't help themselves.
Right.
So if you get in a bad way, you don't have, unless you have friends, and sometimes your friends might say, I don't want to be bothered with you.
Right.
So
you'll see it.
If you do have nobody, and you have to depend on strangers who can empathize with you to just get a meal. So you're going to do one of two things. You're going to either turn to begging or theft. But you're not going to sit here and starve, and there's food everywhere all around you in stores and in the restaurants. Right. And you're going to sit here and watch people eat and you're hungry. You're not going to do that day after day after day till you can get one of them swollen bellies like we see with the
kids from Africa.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. And you got people, you know, super size because they eating 5 and 6 meals a day. And you're going to sit there and starve and food is all around you. No, you're not going to do that. So you're going to either become a beggar or a thief. Yeah. But you are going to survive. And a lot of these homeless youth, they're turning to crime because that's what they know. Because people don't always give to children at all. You know, they probably hustling or they got good families at home and they just out here begging because they trying to hustle up some money and take advantage of people. You know, people got all these thoughts. You know, they're probably working for some grown person that got them out here begging. So they won't give to a young person out of suspicion. So then what is that young person going to turn to? What are they going to do if they're out there living in the streets and people won't give to them? What are they going to end up doing? They become a thief and they survive the best way they can. So if we don't have community organizations that will see the need and not judge people and just give them what they need.
Give it because you can.
Give it because you can, because you have an over and abundance. Don't judge people whether or not they deserve it. You know, don't dismiss them. Well, they didn't come and join our church, so what?
Right.
They're not a member. They're not tithing. Do not judge people based on what they have and what they're giving, whether or not they deserve, because they can't for whatever their life circumstances. That's what compassion is when you have passion, you compassion for people, you care about what they're feeling and don't judge them for whatever mistakes they may have made or not made. Just they need help them.
Oh, yes, they need help. And we've got some calls on the line, but we've got to take our next commercial break. And we will be right back. Thank you for joining us here on the Female Solution. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. We'll be right back. Stay close.
What if you could live to be 120 years old and remain active, healthy, alert, and vibrant? Our bodies are made up of cells that are constantly rejuvenating. So if we take proper care of ourselves, we can literally defy aging. Join us every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to learn about self-care from Susan Essentials on the Female Solution Blog Talk Radio Show. Learn how to help your body and your cells feel rejuvenated each day through proper nutrition, sleep, frequency medicine, and many unconventional methods of self-care. I'm Jody Susan. Join me and my amazing guests by calling in at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak. We'll help you achieve a breakthrough in your health today.
Have you ever dreamed of going to exotic places, meeting fascinating people, enjoying uplifting music, and spending nights in a luxurious hotel? Do you look forward to a relaxing vacation where you can walk along the beach, or sit in a quiet park and enjoy the sunset or sunrise. Whether you're flying around the world or driving across the country, we will share travel tips that will help you stay safe while you enjoy the journey. Join me every third Saturday of the month, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and move around with Deborah here on the Female Solution Show. Call in and comment 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak.
Oh man, got something monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark. Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
And thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution. I'm your host, joined by our executive producer, Naima Latif of OnAirEverywhere.com, as we are looking at the platform here on our social media channels, Facebook and YouTube, Higher Learning TV show, and on Podbean. Thank you for joining us there as well. As you can see, if you are watching us online, you can post your comments on the show, on the homeless, or anything else that you'd like to comment on our YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV show, or Facebook, Higher Learning TV show. And as you can see here, there is the website up there, higherlearningnetwork.org. Anything and everything you need to know about the work that we do for the homeless and for youth, which we've got a youth podcasting class coming up, as well as the Global Virtual Teen Talent contest coming up this weekend. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But first, let's go to the phone line, area code 872-731. You are live on The Female Solution. Grand Rising, what's your name and your comment as it to the homeless? Is it
related to the homeless?
872-731. Unmute yourself. Yes. 872. Okay, I can't hear whoever that is. So,
but it's very faint.
Yeah, very faint. Whoever that was on 872-731, you might want to switch phones because we couldn't hear you. 336-350. You're alive on The Female Solution. Grand Rising, what's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your comment as it relates to homelessness? Unmute yourself. 336-350. Hi, who's this? Loud and clear. Mama AZ. Hey. Good to hear your voice. We can barely hear you, Mama AZ. Can you speak up a little bit, please?
Maybe put your phone on speaker or something so that
I can hear you now. Go right ahead. I can hear you now. Go right ahead.
Okay, greetings, family. These are some very, very interesting times. If you don't mind me asking, what does today's date add up to?
3.
I don't know. I don't know how to add the dates.
I just add 2 and 1. It's August 21st. Oh, I didn't add the 8.
8, 2, 1, 2, 3.
So 8, 2, and 1 is 11, right?
Okay, I really can't think, but add all the digits up for today.
It's 11. 8, 2, and 1. That's 11, Mama AZ. Am I missing something here?
I'm half asleep.
Oh.
Because I haven't been asleep. I've been up doing prayers because family today I go to court. I am 71 years old and have really some serious challenges. I'm in a wheelchair. But in the midst of all of this, I've been teaching myself how to live out of the U-Haul family. And thank you, Lois, if you're listening, for your donation. But I want to say it's getting ready to get rough. And when they can put a 71-year-old woman out of her home, her apartment, just because of the way she practiced her religion, it's not voodoo or whatever these people think, whatever they think. But yes, I'm going to court today. I'm not sure if I will have a spot to come back to. This is real talk, family, and I'm appreciating you, Sister Zelda, for being as open-hearted as you can to work with the homeless, because that's what one of my husbands did. And I didn't ever think that at 71 that I would be in this position. But yes, they are getting ready to put my butt on the street, and I'm going to follow through with it. Like I said, I've been teaching myself how to live out of the U-Haul in a motorized wheelchair, and it's a very interesting time in my life. I'm here in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Right up the street, they had a shootout with the people in Chicago and Mississippi, and that's why I came here, because I'm doing research on that. And the people here in Cochise County are kind of having an issue with Mama Bonfire AZ, because they do not appreciate me digging into the pit of worms or whatever that the Caucasian people here in Cochise County have put into place. Because a lot of here is very political. And now that I'm at this point or this juncture in my life, I don't mind saying it. And I'm not afraid, people, because as long as I'm born, I can survive in the woods the best way that I can. But I said all of this to say this. I said all of that to say this. We must love the people. It's not the people. It is how I'm looking at it, and it's how I'm going to get through this. And what I want to say, we have to learn to be more giving and more loving.
Amen.
Especially when it comes to brown people, copper-colored people. We have to get away from this thinking, the closed-mindedness that is going on, because people is getting ready to get real. And be grateful if you have a roof over your head.
Amen.
Grateful that if you can wake up.
Amen.
And look at the sky.
Amen.
Be grateful, family, if you can wipe your butt without somebody helping you.
Yes.
No matter what, be grateful for a glass of water or a bottle of water or whatever. Be grateful. And for those who have the capacity to help you with the development, I want to out and say, gather people and help, because if you look around, I've been posting different locations of homelessness. It's getting ready to get real, and it's not only brown people or copper-colored people. It is all people from Philly to New York to
Yes.
So my sister, she crossed over when she was 40 from crack cocaine. But she went to Seattle. I didn't know this because she could get her drugs while she was there at Boeing, putting aircraft planes together. Could you imagine putting planes together and you're high on drugs or you are, you're spaced out and you're putting that screw in the plane, whatever. Can you imagine that, people?
Yeah.
This is that. This is what mankind has allowed themselves to become. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying, people, we need to love and look at what is it that we are really doing. So, looking forward, because like I said, I'm not sure that I will be back to where I am talking with you, having a meeting with you now. So I thank you, Sister
So, Mama
Dorothy.
A.
Thank you, Dr. Lateef, for having this platform.
Yes. Mama A, let me ask you this question.
If it comes to this, Dr. Lateef, you said you would put this, make others aware of what's going on. It's not just me. There are other areas that are having this issue. And where I live, they stress out an elder so much because of how she wanted to live. She walked in front of a car and crossed herself over. This happened here in my apartment complex. I didn't know this until a month or two ago, but yes, she did. But no worries, I'm not going to go there, because like I said, I've been teaching myself how to live out of this wall and tap out, even in my motorized wheelchair.
So, Mama AZ, I have a couple of questions for you.
And to share.
Mama AZ, I have a few questions for you. Are you able to hear me?
Can you hear her, Mama AZ? Naima's asking you a question. Mama AZ.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, go ahead, Naima.
First of all, you say you're going to court. I know that what's supposed to happen is that if you're in court, you're supposed to be represented by a lawyer, and if you don't have one, they have to appoint you one. So therefore, you have legal representation to fight for your rights. So my first question is, what can people do who want to support you in this to make sure that you are not violated by the courts or forced out of your home? What can people do who are listening and distressed, but you're all the way in Arizona? What can the people do to help you?
I'm not sure. It's interesting, and thank you so much for asking me that, because I have a legal aid attorney, and I haven't heard from him. I'm just in prayer, but from what I understand, he is going to be present today. The new day, I got 2 hours to get ready. And anyway, he will be present there. And he comes from Chicago.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm serious. His name is Elder William Moore. And I don't know how he came into my life, but he did, and he is from Chicago. So I've only seen him once, and he came to get my papers that they had served me for court. They gave me a week. They served me, and it was 5 days that I had to be in court. So it's okay. He was kind enough to come, and I don't know Dr. Lateef, but again, his name is William, Brother elder wisdom more. And it's interesting because my friend they go to church together, and I just found out that he actually is a pastor. And I most of the people here, Dr. Latif, meaning church people, they steer clear of me. They did that in North Carolina as well.
Because you don't fit the norm.
What I think is how the churches are connected with the 501(c)(3), they steer clear of people who are earthers or people who even appear to be voodoo queens, they call it. And when you're connected to the church, you can't involve yourself with people who think another way.
Yes, ma'am.
They will snatch your 501(c). So most of the churches, the pastors, no matter what color, especially people of copper color, I'm going to say this. Thank you for allowing me to say this. They are in bed with the government and the money and all of this. And so when you are a different thinker, I've had people in North Carolina say, Mama AC, you stay away from my congregation. We can't help you do this or we can't help you do that because of how you do things, how you think. And I'm like, whoa, never thought I would be experiencing the same thing here in Sierra Vista, but the ministers, they stay clear of me. They can't even bring me a drink of water.
Are you serious?
Or food. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I've had a minister from North Carolina, from Rocky Mount, not saying any names. I got the text. He texted me, I needed some water. He said, I'll pray for you. God will take care of you.
Oh, that's horrible.
A minister said that to you, Mama AZ?
This is a minister here. He was sent here, brought here from North Carolina to be the pastor of a Caucasian church in Sierra Vista here. So it doesn't matter to me, family, anymore. But there are some things politically that are going on. And once they found out also that I'm here doing research on the shootout in Miracle Valley, I've been working on this since 2006. You see, they steer clear. The city knows me, the council people know me, they steer clear. So this move that we're making, it has to do with Miracle Valley. It has to do with my thinking, you see, how I do things. And I'm not backing down, family. And I don't know
I have another question.
Hold on, Mama AZ. She has another question for you.
Exactly what do you do physically that threatens their well-being? What are you physically doing that they object to?
Oh, I do medicine wheels. I work with.
And what does that look like? What is that? What physical activity is that affects other people?
Excuse me.
Let me put it to you this way, Dr. Latif, and thank you for asking. When a person is not familiar with these kinds of things like the Lord's canon and things that we talk about and communications from the other side, you know, how I have my surroundings set up to do my meditation. I mean, I couldn't even have plants on my back porch without them having issues. And So it's really deep. And when I went out to Miracle Valley and stayed 14 days in a tent on a vision quest at a resting spot, meaning a cemetery, the whole county, Cochise County, banded me from certain locations. This woman is a squatter. Because when I went to Miracle Valley, I put up a medicine wheel and a figure eight. They had the juju man from Africa, to wherever he came from, to come and try to exercise me. I had all of this on film and the thing blew up.
Are you serious?
I'm talking to. I can. Yes, I'm not BSing. I mean, I'm not pulling your leg. I'm serious. I am serious as a heart attack. The church there, the temple there at Miracle Valley, the people who had control of that church sent a juju man to the monument of Reverend A.A. Allen with oil, with holy oil, throwing holy oil all on my clothes, all on my skin, all on my altar, and trying to whatever he did, whatever exercise the demons out of me. All right? And I told him, this is a true story, family, and I told him, I said, look, I am a Baha'i. I would not dare touch Christianity because it's all full of bullshit.
Okay.
I told him that. And then the next day, the 14th day that I was there at that cemetery in my tent, they sent the sheriff. I have his card from years from 20. This was 2020. They sent the sheriff to arrest me. And I had a compound, my tent, my everything. I had pictures of it. And he looked at me and he said, Elvis? He said, you know they sent me to come and arrest you. And I said, yes. And he said, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave you alone.
Oh.
He said, are you sure you're going to get home? I said, my students are coming to get me. Got 2 trucks coming to get my motorized wheelchair, me, my tools, my tent, my everything. He said, you sure? I said, yes, sir. And he went and got me some water and ice and brought it back. This is the sheriff of that district. And he said, all right, I trust what you said. And he went on about his business. They had people in the helicopters flying over me, taking pictures. I know that's what they were doing.
Okay, Mama AZ, you have to realize that you are in a league of your own. And sometimes when you are in that league, you are going to have experiences for your belief, exactly what it is that you believe in, because not everybody believes what you believe. So you can expect exactly what you're getting. And I say that not to be half-hearted or heartless, but that's the price that we pay when we are disseminating information to the public that they are not aware of and possibly afraid of. So because you don't fit into the normal way of thinking and believing, you're going to have some repercussions. And those are one of the repercussions from being the Mama AZ, being who you are. And we're going to talk to you more about this offline, but it's almost break time and we got to get another call in here, Mama AZ. So Mama's AZ, you don't have to hold on. Just hold on. Don't go nowhere, Mama AZ. Just hold on. Let's see. It is 8:28. We got about 2 minutes. We're going to try to get another call in before we go. That would be 8. Is that 872-731? Your mic is open. Hi, who's this? Where you calling from? 872-731.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
This is Rashida
Ali. I'm calling from Chicago.
Hey, Rashida, you got about 2 minutes. What's your comment or question as it relates to the homeless issue today that we're discussing?
Well, we're talking about homelessness and relationships is one of them, and people have traumatic stress syndrome as an effect of homelessness. However, I've worked with the homeless for many years, and in fact, even down there where Mama AD is, and veteran system, Sister Tillman, that is homeless. And I prefer to get housing choice healthy, because housing, lack of adequate housing is mostly one of the problems which causes disability among our youth, because homelessness is called a developmental disability. And what I did is I created legislation, it's only federal legislation for the homeless, called the 452 Act, which affords us to affordable housing for people who are saying that they have helping the homeless and helping them get housing. And it's a plethora of housing in the community. And if you have a 501c3 and you nonprofit, the Section 8 program as the goal for 2014, you can help the homeless. Instead of feeding like animals and wearing clothes like liquids, you can actually help them with housing through the store.
Okay, now what is that act called, Rashida? What is the name of that legislation?
It's the Stewardship McKinney Act. Title 9 of it is not proposed to the government, and it's real. And with the houses that you have abandoned, if you have a church, if you have a nonprofit, and if you have concerns really about the homeless and you've been collecting money and stuff like that, you can provide housing.
Okay, I got that. But what I did not get from you, Rashida, you're not listening. What I did not, you moved too fast. I need the name of the legislation. I need the name of the act. The who McKinney Act?
Yeah, you might need to spell it.
I need you to spell it because I'm not understanding you. STU.
Oh, Stewart. Stewart B. McKinney Act.
Is that the Stewart B. McKinney Act? And where do you find that? Okay, the Stewart B. McKinney Act. Wonderful. Thank you so much for calling and for sharing that, because that's something we needed to know. And do we just Google that, or is there a website to go to? Okay. Oh, yours is Title IX. And what is Title IX?
Title IX is a part of the Stewart B. McKinney Act. So when you read the Stewart B. McKinney Act, please read Title IX.
Okay.
The Stewart B. McKinney Act.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for calling and sharing that. Had no idea. See, that's what I love about the Female Solution. I am always
finding new information,
learning something. That's why we do this show, because we need to do exactly what we're doing, and that is to disseminate the information to the public. So thank you for calling in, Rashid, and thank all of our listening, those who are on YouTube, Facebook, Apple, Podbean, wherever you are at, we thank you. And wherever you're at, be sure and text Monday Morning Mindfulness to this new number, 312-383-9749, so that you can get updated information. Let's take our last break and we'll be right back. So stay close.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. We are a part of the online network of Associated Internet Radio hosts. On Air. On Air empowers you with transformative news and interactive radio TV shows. This is such a wonderful time to be alive and to see our human family coming together as one community as a result of that powerful tool, the internet. We can now talk directly to each other all over the world. There's no need for conflict or misunderstanding. There's no need for violence to solve our differences. We can talk to each other face to face until we reach an agreement. On Air offers a fantastic global guide to communicators from all over the world who are using their internet platform to inspire us to strive to be our best selves in order to become the kind, compassionate, loving people we were all born to be. Once we do that, we'll see planet Earth transformed into a place of peace. Subscribe to the recommended YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and podcasts created by these Voices of Enlightenment. On Air provides daily news briefs and a weekly magazine to keep you abreast of events and opportunities. On Air news affiliates in television, radio, and print share information, insights, and interviews with notable personalities. Go to onaireverywhere.com for a daily dose of uplifting news. We're on air everywhere, online all the time. Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answer yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, whether it's type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. Take advantage of the deal today. Go to ZeldaSpeaks.com or call 212-409-6619. Use your promo code for Female Solution and get free shipping. That's ZeldaSpeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit ZeldaSpeaks.com.
Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution. It is our last half hour together, and before we go, let me remind
Attention
you
all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comment. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
And that was the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, which airs this Saturday from 12 noon until 2 p.m. on our YouTube and Facebook channel, Higher Learning TV Show. If you have youth who are between the ages of 13 and 19, they can participate in the contest by sending in their 1-minute video clip via YouTube. They need to have their own YouTube channel so that they can send us a clip. And you see that in the background. It's the Global Teen Talent Contest. I just thought that was so cute. I had to show it to you, but I'm going to take that down right about now. And as you can see on our new Instagram page, we have a new Instagram page for our youth. It's called HLN TV Show. Instagram, actually, Instagram.com. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Instagram.com Teen Talent Showcase. So like us and subscribe to the new channel on Instagram. For those who you are listening on the switchboard and on Podbean and Apple and all the other ones, that's the one to go to. Send all of your children there. Will be uploading videos for you to see. But now you have the firsthand knowledge to go there and make that available for you. As we finish our last 20 minutes, I should say, here on the show, I do believe our guest is in the studio. Is she not, Naima?
Yes, yeah, there she is.
And if you want to call in, you can call in too at I forgot the number, Naima. 515-605-9325. As we go to the phone line 773 and 965, and I'm opening up her microphone. Is that Miss Bernetta Jackson from Greater Galilee Church? Please unmute yourself. 773-965. Open your mic, dear.
Yeah, make sure your phone's not on mute.
Make sure your phone's not on mute because we can't hear you, and we have your microphone open. 773-965. Well, until you get your microphone open, we are very grateful that Rashida called in to share the information about the Act for Housing legislation. I did not know that about the Stuart B. McKinnick Act. I heard something some time ago, Naima, but I did not know that if you were a nonprofit organization that was available to you. In Title IX, Rashida, I will definitely be looking that information up today. So thank you so very much for taking the time to share that information. And 773, I guess you'll give us a call back because your mic is not working. So let's go to 706-202. 706-202. I do believe that is from Georgia. Is that Baba Kwame Sunhorse? Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, and assalamu alaikum to my sister Quinn. Letitia.
Salam, brother.
To Mama AZ. So these are trying times that we are in, and to have an elder to get on a blog talk show and talk about being evicted because of her belief system.
Yes.
Shows that there's a great change that's shifting on the planet.
Yes.
On this Turtle Island. I
Mm.
say the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Turtle Island, where we're looking at people building billionaire miles. Like in Chicago, you have the Magical Mile on Michigan Avenue, where all the homes are billionaires and they live on the lakefront.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're building in New York, they're building billionaire roads, where these billionaires are harvesting the amount of land and the location that they want to be conveniently placed at.
Mm-hmm.
And you have millions of people on this Turtle Island that are homeless. If
Yes.
you even took half of their billion, you could house all of those millions that are homeless. But this is the type of culture that has been brought about from the industrial age to the technological age. And so what we're seeing is a great shift, and especially the gentrification, and that each generation that lived in a certain area, take Brownsville, South Park, or King Drive was there in Chicago, that used to be all that area from 22nd Street all the way down to 55th used to be our area.
Mm-hmm.
Now you look at it as being re-gentrified, to make it convenient for them to be on the lakefront and have the luxuries and the conveniences that they need. And we've been pushed out into the burbs where they don't want, to commute in. They turned off transportation.
Yep.
This is creating homelessness for people.
Oh, I think our guest is unmuted now.
I am so sorry. I did have my phone on mute or silent.
Okay, well, just hold on for a moment, because Bob.
Go ahead. That's all I wanted to. Go ahead.
Okay, we apologize for that. But stay with us, Baba Kwame. What's her name?
Bernetta
Jackson. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thanks so much for coming on to tell us about the
event coming up this weekend.
That's raising money and giving out supplies and things for the homeless. It's so needed. So can you tell our listeners and viewers where the church is and where the event is and how they can help and participate or go if they need some help?
Well, praise the Lord. Happy Monday. Happy first day of school. And I am so honored to be on your program.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. We are the Church of Greater Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, and we are having an outreach community affair. But please, if you don't live in the community, all still is invited. This is where the church is located at 1308 South Independence Boulevard, and the event is this Saturday, the 26th of August, beginning at 10 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. All are welcome. The event involved will be non-perishable items that we're giving away for the community. A clothes giveaway which will include men, women, and children, and infants and toddlers clothing. Also, there will be several health vendors, and there are also vendors to help get your finances in order. So, when Trust Bank is coming to inform the people about monetary issues.
Is that 1308 South Independence Boulevard?
That is.
Okay, wonderful.
And that's Galilee, G-A-L-I.
So we're inviting all to come on out.
Okay.
And then, and we also are serving.
Spell it again.
G-A-L-I-L-E-E.
G-A-I-L.
No, G-A-L-I-L-E-E. Galilee.
G-A-L-I-L-E.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's how sizes it up.
Okay.
There's a clothes giveaway, food giveaway, vendors, health vendors, financial institution vendors, events for the children, and free food.
All right.
All done by our gracious Pastor Reverend Steve Stiller Sr.
All righty.
So, come on out and enjoy the summer fest.
And please let the pastor let the pastor know that we will be talking about it. Because we have a contest this weekend, the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. Otherwise, we would be there. So we will be there after the contest. The contest is over at 1. So
that's a blessing. You'll be there before 2:30, right?
Yeah. So we'll be there to do a live broadcast as well. So can you?
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing. That's a blessing. Thank you.
So please let the pastor know that we will definitely be there. All righty.
Oh. Okay, at that time again?
Well, the contest is from 12 until 1, so we're looking at about 1:30. We'll be there about 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, depending on the traffic, it's Chicago, it's the weekend, so, but we'll definitely be there to broadcast so more people can come on out.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, my sister. We greatly appreciate you, and we will see you on Saturday.
And this is really what the answer to the problem is.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate that. Say that again, Naima.
I said, this is really the answer to the homeless issue. When we can collectively organize and do things like what Greater Galilee is doing, giving people the clothes that they need, giving them the food that they need, giving them the health screening that they need, just providing the things that they need is not so hard when we do it as a collective. One person can't solve all the problems, but together we can help those who need help, who maybe just don't have families who are able to help. That's why we have to be a collective family. And everybody who has any kind of ministry, doesn't matter what your religion is, doesn't matter what you call yourself, doesn't matter what rituals you do. If you just do what is needed to help people, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And so thank you so much, Miss Bernadine Jackson. We appreciate you all for coming on and sharing what Greater Galilee Mount Baptist Church is doing from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 1308 South Independence Boulevard here in Chicago. So there definitely is a need there, and we appreciate what they're doing and setting an example for what others can do.
Yeah, because we can't wait on the government. We can't wait on the community. We can't do any of that. We are our sisters and our brothers' keepers. This is the one time we got to go back to old school and do things the way they used to be done, because things got done then.
They did.
You can't wait. They're showing us every day that they don't care about us. So why are we waiting on them to give us anything?
You're right. It's not going to happen.
Brown said it. You want something? Get it yourself.
Go get it yourself.
Get it yourself.
That's it.
And that's why we do what we do. So you keep doing what you're doing. Join us this Saturday. Greater Galilee Baptist Church, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be 1308 South Independence. Will be right there after the Global Teen Talent Contest on Saturday. Excuse me.
And I know Baba Kwame had a point that he wanted to continue making. I think we might have another call or two on the line as well. But I just wanted to just reflect real quick at the issue that Mama AZ raised, because I guess she does outdoor rituals and things like that. People don't understand. So what if somebody has a belief that you don't agree with? Just leave them alone. How's that bothering you? And that makes you think, why would people be so upset at someone else's spiritual practice? I remember there was a issue. I think there was these Muslims, and they owned a store, and they stopped during prayer time to do the prayer ritual. They were in the back of the store, and a patron came in and saw them praying and had not seen the prayer ritual before. Call the police. You don't call the police on somebody who's praying, really? But it was like, well, I don't know. I didn't know what they were doing. These Muslims, they might be planning, they're doing something to get ready to bomb something. I'm like, okay, that's that insanity in your head.
Ignorance is not bliss. Call the police, really?
Really? So this is what happens when people, like you say, are ignorant. And because someone else's spiritual practice is different than yours, first thing you want to do is call it the devil, and then, have them arrested and, all that insanity. That has to stop. We have to respect each other's beliefs, and the real belief is in how you help others. That's what counts. What Greater Galilee is doing, that's the spiritual thing, the work that is helping people's lives. But I know we got some callers, so I'll let you get to the rest of the switchboard.
All righty, we're going to the phone lines. We've got about 5 minutes here as we go to the lines. 872.
Did we get them already?
Yeah, we did. And 312-882. You are live on the Female Solution, Grand Rising. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your comment as it relates to helping the homeless? 312-882. Your mic is open.
Yes, we're on that shalom. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Is that Minister Robert Floyd Plump? All right now.
Hallelujah. Yes. Well, this is Minister Plump, and we are representing the Harold Washington Foundation, and we want to do a collaboration through education and help save the children with you Sister Zelda Robinson, and also with your guest. I first want to know, would you repeat your telephone number, Zelda, and then have your guest repeat her number?
She's gone, honey. She's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just.
Call, but she has.
Huh? Say it again. I can't get my number out over the phone, over the airway. Are you serious?
Yeah, people calling you that you know already got telemarketers.
Okay, yeah, you heard me give out a text number. That's the number that I give. That's the number. Yeah, I don't give
We'll
up
see if we can
personal
connect
stuff.
you. So we'll let them know that you want to work with
We'll
them.
let them know that you want to contact them. Okay.
Because we got a big program coming up on the 31st of August. You know, this is National Black Business Month. Dedicated to Dr. Webb Evans. Remember Dr. Webb Evans?
Of course I do.
Yes.
Of course, yes.
I did an interview with him, and he was 100 years old.
This is our time now as a people. And I work as a community PR collaborator through education. And also this.
And how is that helping the homeless, Minister Plum? Okay, I need you to hear me, so I'm going to cut you off for a minute because you're still talking. I need you to tell me how that relates to the conversation this morning on homelessness. That is the discussion today. Do you have a comment on homelessness? That's my question. And what is that comment?
First of all, I have been homeless, okay?
Welcome to the club. I have too. That's why I do what I do.
However, you know, what I want to share with you is the Harold Washington Foundation.
But you've already shared that information, Minister.
So what we'll do, we'll put you all together so that you can work with the church, and they can maybe work with you on your upcoming program, because they apparently, you know, have organized a lot of resources. So you all can definitely work out ways that you can collectively help more people. And that's what we want to do. I mean, we want to encourage collaborations. We want to encourage partnerships. We want to encourage the business community to be involved with the church communities, the mosque communities, the temple communities. We want people to cooperate with each other for the collective good. So thank you for putting that thought out there that we need to collaborate, and we will put you in touch with Greater Galilee Church so that you can make that happen.
Absolutely. And so we'll get that information to you. Let's try to get this last call, because we got about 60 seconds here. 815-666. You got about 60 seconds here to comment. What's your comment or question as it relates to the homelessness? 815-666. Hi, who's this? Yes. Hi, who's this? Go ahead.
Yeah, when I went for senator, I got $150,000 from a British guy. And he told me run down. We all are wards in the state. When we all live in wards, we're not homeless because America is our home. If you think Africa, if you think you were talking Africa, then you are mentally homeless.
So we're talking about the unhoused.
We're talking about the unhoused.
Yeah, those who don't have shelter over their heads from the elements.
They have no connection to the ancestral line.
Yeah, well, you know, we all, in a real sense, we all have a home. We're all living here on earth, but not everybody has a shelter over their head.
You have to let them know they're not homeless. This is your land in America. That's the way God would take over and provide for you.
Amen. You got to get back to nature.
Homeless is a mental condition.
Yes, it is. You are absolutely right. Yes, you are absolutely right. And thank you so much for calling and sharing that information. It is 8:58. We got to play out this close and ending, because I always get in trouble for not playing it, so I'm playing it now.
Well, we want to make sure we acknowledge our global audience that listens from wherever they are, and also to teach people gratitude by how to say thank you in many different languages. So wherever you travel and whoever you meet, you can say thank you.
So just hold on, and we're going to say thank you.
And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Shushe, India, Mandala, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsahamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, Dziękuję, France, Merci, Spain, Gracias, Italy, Gracias, Egypt, Shukran, Ghana, Madagascar, Nigeria, Eshe, South Africa, Niamonga, Senegal, Janet, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Sudan, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakur, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
And we'll see you Saturday at the Greater Galilee Baptist Church, 1308 South Independence Boulevard from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. But first, it's the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest at 12 o'clock, and then we'll see you there afterwards. Thank you so much for joining.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with ZeldaSpeaks. Tuesdays, Self-Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with ZeldaSpeaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing.
Introduce him anyway. I'll go fill on the floor.
Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with ZeldaSpeaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. Love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes. As a young cat, I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our global virtual teen talent contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck!